In order to make our pasta, we need a whole bunch of flour and 1 egg. Put some flour on the cutting board, and no, we are not going to measure anything. I was told to use about 1 to 1 ratio of flour and egg, so I'll just do that. Make a hole in it and crack your eggs in. Maybe I can. Alright, keep mixing the flour and egg until the dough is formed. Yeah, this is obviously need more flour. God, why do people do this on their cutting board anyway? Use a bowl. Anyway, keep adding flour until a dough is formed. Mine took about 5 whole minutes, probably. Knead the dough for another 3 minutes. Put it in a plastic wrap, and then let the dough rest for at least 1 to 2 hours. Meanwhile, let's spice the spices. 2 cloves of garlic and a bunch of parsley. First, take a small knife. No, not that one. Take a small knife and smack the garlic as hard as you can. It makes the peeling process a lot easier. Chop the garlic as fine as you can, and there you have it. Finely chopped garlic. Next, let's chop the parsley. We first begin by picking the leaves. Mine is a bit wilted because I stored it in the freezer for a bit too long. The best way to chop is to hold the knife like this and do this rocking motion. Roll the leaves into a roll and cut them as best as you can. After that, do the rocking motion until it's finely chopped. Finally, after 2 hours, it's time to roll the dough. First, we pour some flour and spread it all across the cutting board. Don't forget to also coat your hands and fingers. Roll the dough as thinly as possible and add as many flour as you need. My dough is way too big, so I'm going to cut it in halves. Roll the dough again. Fold it into a square. Roll it again until we have this super thin layer of pasta dough. Now we are going to cut this into spaghetti. First, cut the edges. A small cut here. Lo and behold, one strand of spaghetti. Another strand of spaghetti. Another strand of spaghetti. Okay, this is ridiculous. I'm not going to spend the rest of my afternoon cutting every individual strips of spaghetti. This Aglio Olio will be made using fettuccine. After that, dust the pasta strands with more flour so they don't stick together. And here we have our handmade pasta. Now let's get cooking. Boil your pasta in salted water, about as salty as the sea, for roughly 1 to 2 minutes. People say fresh pasta cooks very quickly, and they are absolutely right. Also keep stirring the pot. I don't know why, but let's do it anyway. After the pasta is done, heat up some olive oil and fry the garlic. The moment the garlic becomes fragrant, immediately put in your chopped parsley. Mix them up a couple bit, add your pasta, and mix them again. If you want more sauce, you can add more of the pasta water. And there you go, a nice plate of, actually, hang on a second. Stack it nice and tall. And there you go, a nice plate of pasta aglio e olio. So, how does it taste? Honestly, it is surprisingly delicious. The garlic tastes garlicky, and while the parsley tastes like soap, it tastes like a very delicious soup. Also, the olive oil taste is basically non-existent. So what do we learn? Number 1, measure your ingredients for obvious reasons. Number 1B, use a bowl for more obvious reasons. Number 2, cutting spaghetti by hand takes a really long time. If you really want homemade spaghetti, maybe you should invest in one of these things instead. I guess that's it. See ya.